Hello and welcome to Grow to Glow. I am Dr. Thashna Walsh, and today I am going to be sharing a technique with you for conserving energy or for protecting your energy. Now, we all want to manifest the things that we want in life, but we understand that in order to do that, we need to be totally intentional. We have to be intentional. Without the intention of managing, especially our emotions, all our goals of manifesting in a specific way or a specific thing will be lost. So we need to be intentional. And as we know that the magnetic forces that pull the matching energy um, of our feelings and our emotions to us is going to be very specific as well. So, if the energy and the frequency of your feelings are not in alignment with the emotions that you will feel when your dreams are coming true, then the manifestation into the 3D world is impossible. We know that, right? So, we have to match the frequency of what we want. The higher the frequency, the higher the vibration, the higher the vibration, the higher the energy. So, every good thing that you desire vibrates at a high frequency. So we need to aim and be deliberate about creating this high frequency. So we got to train ourselves to vibrate higher. And we do this by practicing elevated emotions. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter how hard you practice these emotions, if you've got negative things hanging around inside of you, sometimes what they do is they drain your batteries. So sometimes we don't even realize that they're there. So it's important to check in with yourself. How am I feeling? Especially feel yourself out. Is there anything negative sticking around? Do I have anything that's not of high vibration happening within myself now? Ask the question. Close your eyes and feel it out. What's going on in my heart? Go through the different energy centers from from the root to the crown and feel what you feel inside. Did their energy feel depleted, right? Does it feel like it's off to one side? It's not balanced. So, what are the frequencies that you're picking up? What's off low vibration? Sometimes you may feel a sense of envy, jealousy, not enough, not capable, not good enough, um, feeling that somebody else is better than you, feeling unseen, feeling anger, impatience, irritability. What are you feeling inside yourself now? Check in with yourself and be honest, right? If you're not feeling good and you're not feeling like you want to smile and you just want to hug and show love and spread light, then there's something stuck inside there. Engage with it, right? And how you find out more about how it triggers or what is triggering this angst inside of you is you do a series of tests, okay? Because remember, if you're having something that's triggering you, and sometimes it's in the background and you don't realize that it's a problem, it's going to be draining your battery. It's going to be draining your energy. So every time you're trying to think a positive thought, you got something in the background draining the stuff, which is why we can't manifest as quickly as we need to. All right. So check, do a body check. So there are about 11 things on this list that I want you to check. So close your eyes, scan your body from head to toe, and feel if are there any tension anywhere, right? Start with your toes, work your way up to your ankles, then up to your calves, to your knees, to your thighs, to your pelvic area, into the solar plex, into the lower abdominal areas, and move up to the higher abdominal, into the solar plexus, into the heart center, into the throat, into your head, in, into your aura. If you feel anything stuck or tight that needs some support, like some light shone on it, right? And ask when you find something, if and when you find something, acknowledge it and ask the question, what do you represent emotionally? What is this representing emotionally? because you can't just feel it and just leave it there because nothing's going to shift. But once you start looking at it, you are basically releasing it from its potential, from its charge, from the electrical charge that it has over you. You're basically disarming it. So you're looking at it and you're asking the question, what is your emotional responsibility? What do you want? You know, how do you think you're serving me? And and be open to receiving the answers. Okay? Be open. Once you ask the question and you ask it with sincerity, the answers will come. Do the same thing for people. Check the people you're with, the people that you're around, the people you're exposed to on a daily basis, and ask, if you're finding that there's some angst when you think about certain people or when you're around a group of people, then you check, why do I feel this way? What is this emotion responsible for? What's it telling me? Right? Is it telling me that I'm unsafe, that I'm going to be judged? Where is that coming from? Check on it. The same thing for your workplace. Do you like getting up and going to work? Do you love the place that you're in, the people that you're working with, the actual organization that you're working for, the people that you have to interact with within that organization? Check, because sometimes we are just going and we're just doing it, just ticking the boxes and feeling that this is going to be okay. You have to bring a, a body of advancement into your workplace, a body of advancement when you're with people. In any situation, you have to bring a body of advancement if you want to expand your energy out of it so that you can move to the next level. So check, because if you're feeling all constricted and controlled, then it means you're not in the right place or you're not bringing the right energy to have the effect that you want. Okay, so your energy gets depleted. So what about a mirror check? This is one that I'm really, really, really clued up on, because a lot of times I used to look at myself in the mirror and dislike elements of myself and then liked elements of myself. But the areas that I'm disliking, I'm losing energy from there because it's all about self-love, right? You want to love every aspect of yourself. I mean, you got to walk around with yourself every single day. Why hate on yourself, right? You're taking that energy, that frequency with you, for you. And how do you expect to get the things that you want if you are thinking negative things towards yourself, right? Do a mirror check. You like your face, you like your eyes, you like your hair, your neck, your shoulders, your abdomen, your belly, your skin, your butt, your legs. Love everything. Everything needs to be loved. And if it's not being loved, you need to check in. What is going on there? Because that's also going to be triggering low frequencies. Okay? Check your voice. People always say, oh, I hate the sound of my voice. I used to be one of those people. And then people used to say, oh my God, but you got such a nice voice. And then I'd check in with my voice and start allowing myself to appreciate my voice. Now I love my voice. So check. Are you one of those people that hate your voice? Come on, it's your voice. You got to take it everywhere you go. You may as well just love it. Love yourself as you are for who you are. You're designed in the way very unique, very unique. Why would you want something else, right? Love yourself where you're at for who you are. Do a camera check, right? It's not the same as a mirror check, because a camera check it's captured a version of you. It's captured an image of you. And sometimes people are like, oh no, delete, delete, delete. Do not put that on Facebook. I love, and I put my hand up to that. So there's some versions of me I see on a camera and was like, oh no. But we've got to learn to embrace it. My daughter used to say to me, Mom, you just got to embrace all aspects of yourself. Every angle that the camera catches you, whether you think it's attractive or not, is a thought process, right? So it's just loving yourself. In fact, she used to go out of her way to send me really, I'll call them interesting pictures of herself, their face looking like this and doing various things, because she's completely happy in herself and what she looks like, right? I guess when we grow up sometimes and you're told that you're this, you're too this, and you're too that, it's to be told that I'm too skinny and I'm ugly and I'm lanky and and I can't, because I used to carry myself like this because I used to feel like that. But then thankfully I did ballet, which my teacher helped me to see that, there's grace, right? And power in holding yourself upright through your spine. So that's how I used to carry myself because I was kind of programmed through dancing when I was younger as that. But then I still had this angst inside of myself. So I had to look within at those angst as well. Do the love check. The love check in all areas of your life. The love for yourself must come first, right? The self love check. When you're thinking, say, I love you. Look at yourself and say, I love you. Or say it inside your head to yourself, I love you. What comes up? Does it feel icky? Does it feel weird? Does it feel strange? Do you like want to try to get away from yourself and going, oh my gosh, right? That's going to tell you that you're being triggered and you're losing energy that way. Do a group check. The groups that you're around, the group that you have to work with, the group that of people that you find yourself with all the time. As the conversations, are they empowering, uplifting, and full of energy and light, or are they destroying your manifestation because you're leaking energy? That bucket is just full of holes. You're gossiping, you're moaning, you're blaming, you're shaming. What are you doing? Right? Check that. Check your foods. Okay. We eat food to produce energy inside of ourselves, but food can produce good energy as well as bad energy. Everything is energy. So everything is a choice. Is it loving to me or isn't it loving to me? Are you eating, you know, KFC every day or McDonald's every day? Or are you eating your salads, your greens, you're eating the rainbow in fruit and vegetables, right? And you're cutting down the big heavy meats that are draining your system because they take forever to digest in your system. According to some studies, beef, red meat can take up to a year to fully digest in your gut. So that's a lot of energy. And then you're eating and then you're stressing and you're thinking and you're doing and you're being and life is lifing. That's a lot of energy. So you got to check these areas to make sure you're not letting your energy go. If your energy was money, because that's what it really is. If your energy was money, it's a massive resource. If it was your money, would you just let it be draining from all angles? People just sucking it out of you and draining it out of you, and you draining it out of you by not loving on yourself and loving the aspects of you that matter and putting, because if you turn this around and you loved your voice, you love the way you look, regardless of how you're presented. You love the food that you're eating and you know that they're nourishing for your body. The groups that you put yourself in are uplifting. Can you imagine what state your life would be in? Because you are attracting such high vibrations to yourself. You're not losing high vibration anywhere. You're not losing any energy, right? So treat it like that. Treat it like a currency. Treat it like a huge resource that is invaluable because it absolutely is. Sound check. What are the sounds going on around you? There's so many frequencies around you that are just really uncomfortable. Sometimes, like some of the music that they play on the news, that music that make you feel all anxious, right? Some certain movies and dramas that we watch on TV make us feel really anxious. And if you're doing that on a regular basis, that's one way of stealing energy from you. If you can't put yourself in a headspace like, it's a movie, it's Hollywood, it's not real, right? And I'm not going to be watching so much of the news because I don't want to be inundated with this sort of pressure on me, not being able to do anything about it. And so you watch it once a day. You don't have to watch it 4, 5, 6 times a day. Every time the news come on, you're watching it. It's the same thing. And you basically, every time you listen to something on repeat, you're programming yourself. All right. So what are the sounds that are going on around you? Some of the music you're listening to as well are programmed with frequency. One of the frequencies that kind of drive anxiety is the 440 hertz frequency. So be aware of what you're listening to. You want to listen to things that are soothing, that are uplifting, that are building your confidence, your power, okay, that are bringing you into the better version of yourself that is loving to you. All right. Place check, you know, places that you hang out, places that you're going. How do you feel when you're there? Are you getting anxious? Do you like the experience of being there? Do you feel that your vibes is right when you're there? Do you feel at ease? Do you feel empowered? Right? So when you're thinking about all of these things and you are going through this list, you want to check in your body when you find that there's something there. Where in your body are you feeling the emotions? You know, where in the body are you feeling the emotions when you're doing the love check? Most of the times you're going to be feeling in your chest. When you're looking at the camera and you don't like that version of yourself, where in your version, where in your, sorry, where in your body are you feeling that angst come up? Is it in the gut? Is it in the solar plexus? Is it in the heart? Is it in your throat? Is it in your head? It's always in one of the energy centers or thereabouts, right? So find out where that is, because in finding out where it is, then you can target it with more with energy to transform it. Okay. And if you can pin down the feeling, is it a guilty feeling you have? Is it a feeling of hatred? Is it a feeling of sadness, anger? What is it? Is it shame? Is it betrayal, jealousy? What is it? Pin down the feeling, because if you can pin it down, then you can ask, where is it coming from? When did it first start? When did you first start having it? And then you can go all the way back to when the first time somebody said something to you to make you start believing that, right? And then you can go, you know what? That's not me. That person said that thing. And I, at the moment, made it mean this, but it's just words. It's just words that they are projecting. And I allowed myself to feel this feeling. And therefore, it's not me. It's not me. I don't want it to be me. I don't want that icky feeling inside of me. So now I decide to let it go. I want to let it go now. Okay. But be aware whilst you're doing this, right? Because your ego, that part of your subconscious mind that wants to protect you, doesn't want you to change. It doesn't want too much change. When you start changing, it start going, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna be, this is so bad for you. I've been used doing this for so long to protect you, keeping you sheltered in sadness and feeling betrayed, so you will never be betrayed again. Feeling the shame, so you never put yourself out there again. So, but you don't want to live in the feelings of shame. Those things are low vibrating feelings, right? So you need to say, no, that didn't serve me. That meaning that I gave it, yeah, I forgive myself. I love myself enough to let it go and to move on, right? You don't want this false evidence from the subconscious mind, because it's just trying to help you because it sees the change as a threat. But it's not a threat because you're going in a positive, lighter, easier direction. Okay, so you can decide to override that by staying present and following through with saying, enough is enough. Okay, so step away from yourself and look at yourself and observe how you are being. Now, I've called this whole technique the Emotious Sense 360, because it's almost like having a 360 overall look at yourself and being totally honest with your feelings. Most people don't do this. They feel the feelings and they just express the feeling, and that's that. And then they feel the feeling and express the feeling. And every time something comes around to trigger that feeling, just feel the feeling, express the feeling. You don't realize every time you do that, you're taking energy away from yourself, right? So when you're take a step back and looking at yourself every time you feel a feeling. Yes, I'm not saying don't express the feeling, but how are you expressing it? Are you expressing in a way where it is going to sustain and you're preserving your energy, or are you just letting it drain away from yourself? Okay. Your soul is always creating situations to disrupt you from the negativity that's inside, right? Your spirit is whole and pure, and it wants you to be whole and pure. And so, of course, the soul and the spirit are in coherence, uh, are communicating to you that this issue needs to be dealt with. This unforgiveness needs to be shifted. All right. So the situations are always going to come up once you got negative things, because those negative things are going to attract negative things. Right. And you're going to feel the disruption of them because your soul is trying to tell you that you need to shift something. Right. So you need to align with love, because love is what you are. And all those negative things are not of the same vibration. The shadows and the darkness, they're there for you to shine your light on them. Okay? So just remember that. We're looking at what lies beneath. Why is it there? And what if I give it a totally different meaning? A total different meaning. What if I let it go and say, enough is enough? I deserve better. Then you can actually walk into your purpose and you can take all the memories from this experience with you to say, this is how I did it. When you come across somebody else that's suffering, that's lowering their frequency, that's not manifesting the way they want to manifest, right? Most of us are allowing other people to be the star in our movie. It's your movie, it's your story. You are the star. Take the helm back, right? Take the lead back. What's triggering? Figure it out. Because this is your opportunity to heal and be more than yourself, to be advanced, to be expansive, to evolve. If you need some help with this, please contact me via ignition call so we can have a conversation. You can also be introduced to the 10-week coaching program that I put together to take you from where you're feeling low energy right now to feeling all the good things, right? To heal from all the things that we've been told when we were small that are stuck in our subconscious programming that is preventing us from manifesting the life of our dreams. If you need some help, get in touch. I'd love to have a conversation with you and to help you through this. Okay? If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe and share with someone. Okay? Share this with someone because so many of us, even people who are working on manifesting, they're working every day, they're focused on their vision, they're focused on their vision, they're focused on their vision. But every time something happens and it steals a little way, a little from here and a little from there and a little from there, because they're not mindful of what's happening under the quiet, okay, of what lies beneath. Okay. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you again for being here. And I hope to hear from you soon. And until next time, stay light, stay bright, and keep smiling. Bye.